You're listening to the Talk of the Tribe, Wapsie Valley Warrior Podcast, brought to you by Little Wapsie Communications. Their state-of-the-art fiber network is complete in Fairbanks, ready to serve your home or business with the fastest internet in town. Orin Mutual Telephone Company. Serving the area since 1911, Orin Mutual is a modern, independently owned telephone company providing internet and telephone services to Orin, Iowa, and the surrounding rural area. RTC Communications. They are here to provide high-quality, superior service to you, the customer, by offering great customer service and the services you want and need to work and stay connected with family and friends. This is the Talk of the Tribe podcast, coming to you from the center of Warrior Country. Here are your hosts, Zach Favors and Riker Oberly.
Alrighty, welcome into episode 17 of the Talk of the Tribe podcast. I'm your host, Zach Favors, joined today by Riker Oberly. We got a lot to talk about today, so we're not really going to waste any time. Riker, how you doing this morning?
Not as tired as usual, but last night was a doozy.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, it's been a long few days for us. We've had conference volleyball, regional volleyball, or I should just say regional volleyball, and then also playoff football.
That was 2 nights ago already, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was Monday.
We have another one tonight as well.
Yep.
So, Wapsie played Maquoketa Valley in the quarterfinals of Class 2A, Region 6, and they beat them 3-0.
A few weeks ago,
And
like a week ago.
Can we just say, I think we said it on the broadcast, Anna Curley had the night of her life that game because
For sure.
Scores were 25-18, 25-15, and then 25-21 in the third set. But, I mean, for Anna Curley to lead the team in kills, lead the team in blocks, and then, I mean, she also she's a very good server along with it.
Yep. She
just had the night of her life, and like we said, it's a absolute block party with her and Taylor Schneider. But what did you see from that?
Well, it was crazy because at the end of the season, she's a senior. You never know when your last game's gonna be, and she's just she's leaving it all out on the court, and that's something that everybody just loves to see from seniors.
Yeah, and for I think I talked to Shepard a little bit, and he said that third set was not very nice to him. He was really hoping it didn't go to 4, but hey, they got out of there with a 3-set sweep, and they move on to take on Beckman Catholic.
Which, if we go to that game,
who we played,
oh my goodness,
2 nights ago, Monday night, and that score was 27-25. Beckman took the first set. Wapsie Valley won the second set, 25-22. Wapsie Valley won the third set, 25-23. Lost the fourth set, 25-20, and won the last set, 15-12. Now, here's the interesting part. In every one of those sets, besides the fifth one, we played a 15, Wapsie didn't get to 15 first.
No, Wapsie came back from at least 4 or 5 each one.
Yeah, Wapsie was down probably...
I think at one point it was 6-0.
Yeah, and they came all the way back to win that second set. But even in the fourth set, they were up.
Yep.
20-13?
Yeah, enough.
20-13, and we lost. We gave up like 10 straight points and lost.
Yep.
Which was not fun, but hey, it is what it is. You just got to bounce back, and they bounced back strong in that last set. I think
sorry, cut you off. Keep going.
Yeah, Riker and I's heart rate was not nice to us either.
Nice.
We were about as nervous as can be. I think we stood up for like the last point. I had to lean against the wall because my legs could not support standing for the amount of duration that I've been under intense amounts of stress. But continue.
I remember when Austin told us post-game while we were doing that interview that after that fourth set, he took the girls on the hallway and said, "Girl, this is do or die. This is your whole season on the line. Play like you want it." And they did. They absolutely did, and they went out and got it.
And to have a coach that is that blunt with it is something you don't see every day. And Austin is very straightforward, and so was Heather Robinson when she coached.
Yep.
I mean, she was very straightforward. It was, this is it. I mean, you have to keep yourself composed, but you also at the same time have that thought. And it's good to have that thought that, this is it. I have to really play well to keep my season alive. And I think I remember to something that he said to me, Briley Bellis. She played volleyball for a few years. And
Three, I think.
Yeah, and then she joined cross country
Yeah.
last year. But in the state tournament, against, I think it was the state finals. They had no more subs. She was the server.
Yep.
It was game point for, I can't remember who we played.
A team that won.
I can't remember the team name anymore. I think, but she had like 6 straight points.
Yep.
Because Austin and Shepard was really good at composing them and getting it to work itself out. Heather was very good at that too. It's like you need to be relaxed, but at the same time, you have to be amped because this is it. And 6 straight points. I mean, eventually they did lose, but just a great showing from her, and that shows that composure that you need to have. Something that I have realized over doing this for the entire season is, can we talk about Taylor Schneider? A freshman that is getting really good varsity minutes.
For sure. Yep.
In an elimination game.
If we reflect back to 2019, where we just talking about that state championship, we kind of have a very similar roster. We have Taylor Snyder comparing to Calvin Rosengarten when she was a freshman, 2019. Lydia Ambronio and Taylor Brewer both go crazy on the volleyball court. Then, by the way, Lydia Ambronio is playing Upper Iowa ball. Same with Casey Biesiker. Again in Upper Iowa, but we got Avery Jones. The whole team, if you go through everybody from that roster and this roster.
Avery and Emma are like the exact same.
If you go through that roster and this roster, it's pretty similar.
I told Avery that if she got a kill, we would show it on the replay on the net cam. Well,
but she didn't.
In one sense I'm glad she didn't, because at one point the net cam just died and just didn't come back to life. But in another sense, that would have been so cool to have all those up close shots of like blocks and stuff on the net, but it never worked. The thing just wouldn't work. We had 4 different cameras going, and it just overwhelmed the computer to an immense amount, and it just stopped working. So, because like I think it was taking everything in, it just couldn't put it out anymore after a certain extent, because it was under such high stress.
For sure.
With all the people and that stuff, so because it was working really well.
iPads have feeling too.
Well, it was working really well pre-game. Yeah. It just wasn't working well in the middle of the game. So I mean, what were you gonna say? Sorry.
No, you keep going.
Okay, but anyways, Wapsie's gonna take on Sumner Fredericksburg tonight at Waterloo West High School.
Be prepared.
Yeah, be prepared. Because this is going to be an absolute dogfight.
You got Isabel Elliott committed to UNI.
One team's going to come out alive. The other team's going to come out not alive. I mean, these two teams go back and forth. And even though Sumner has had the upper hand on Wapsie as of late, Wapsie's been right there in it. And
Wapsie is on a winning streak.
Yeah, and Wapsie, well, they're on a 2-game winning streak, but
it's a winning streak. It's a winning streak, and guess who the last lost was to?
Sumner Fred.
It was to Sumner.
Here's the thing, though. I think I talked to Mrs. Parker, because she's my Miss Parker. She's my algebra teacher. She said every time they had played them, they were not playing their best volleyball. So they really have to show up tonight if they want a chance to win. We're going to be there broadcasting it for you guys, so you guys will have a way of watching that as well. But I think some previews for us. I predict this is going to go to 4 or 5. I do not think anybody's going to sweep in 3.
No.
I would be shocked if Wapsie swept, but I don't think that's happening. I would also be kind of shocked if Sumner swept, but at the same time I'd be less shocked because they've done it before. So, yeah, it's going to be at Waterloo West High School, Siddons Gymnasium.
Is this going to be out before the game starts?
Yeah, I'm having it out today.
Gotcha. So, go be there.
We're going to work on it today.
Go online right now. You can click off of this video. Go get your tickets, but then come back right here.
Yeah, go get your tickets and then, listen to us as you drive down to Waterloo West. So, moving on to football. Wapsie Valley took on Danville. We also have to talk about the first round, which I believe was against who did they play? Nashua Plainfield.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
No, that was the day before or the week before.
We've only played one?
Yes.
Yeah, we have. Dang. Sorry, I'm so used to volleyball where you have 2-day turnarounds, and football you have a whole week. So, but anyway, Wapsie's taking on Maquoketa Valley this Friday night, 7 p.m. sharp, here at Jerry Southman Field at Wapsie Valley High School. So, it's going to be a home game for the Warriors. I expect good things. This offensive line has showed up really well in the last few weeks, which it needed to, because before then, we were playing North Tama, AGWSR, BCAW. We had a good stretch there where we needed to figure out who we are as a team. Outscored them like 150 to 8. In fact, I am correct, 150 to 8, which is crazy. So
Yeah.
150 to 8. Yeah, that's something else. But
Drayton Sauerbrei had 23 carries, 157 yards, and a touchdown.
in our last 5 games, we've outscored our opponents 228 to
14.
No, 228 to 20.
Oh, yeah.
So basically by 208 points. That's our plus point differential right there. So, very good showing. Kaden Decker is leading the charge right now as a junior, which something that you don't see a whole lot from teams this small of. Usually you get senior quarterbacks.
Well, something that is kind of catching my eye is that Dallas Tissue is really coming up on the defensive side. He had 2 interceptions against Danville, and he's only going to get better as the season goes on.
I think he's playing really well right now. This whole defense is just in a rhythm. They've given up 20 points in the last 5 weeks, but that's just something else. But you're looking back at it and you go, okay, well, here's what we've done, here's what we need to do, and here's who we're going to play in the upcoming weeks. We're going to play Maquoketa Valley Friday, who is a very good team. They have a really good running back.
Yeah. You guys want to see something cool here? He has 2,012 yards. That's Adrian Peterson type level.
As a high schooler. But
Lance McShane. If that was Lane McShane, that's a great name. It's Lance McShane.
Lane McShane. What could have been? But yeah, just that's crazy. Who's their quarterback? How good is their quarterback? Really
Brady Wall, sophomore, 63 for 106, 816 yards, six touchdowns, and 4 interceptions.
Okay, so we got a little bit of we have a good quarterback, not elite level quarterback numbers there. But
Kanan Decker, on the other hand, is 30 for 59, 433 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But Wapsie Valley's not really known for their passing.
That sounds like a Wapsie football team right there, less than 500 yards passing.
And we also have to give a shout out to Drayton Sauerbrei for reaching his 1,000-yard rushing mark.
The fact that kid has doubled Drayton Sauerbrei in rushing yards.
Well, I guess all that they do is run.
And speaking of how good, they have almost 1,000 passing yards, but that's not a lot. Yeah. But like in an era where I think Drayton Sauerbrei is probably one of the best running backs in Class A.
Oh yeah.
And for that guy to have double the amount of rushing yards is crazy. But it should be a good one. It should be a close game. We said last time that Danville was I thought that one was going to be a close game. I could not have been more wrong. But, that's what you're going to be in working in this media business or whatever. You're going to be wrong a lot. But I expect this to be a close game. The winner will most likely be either taking on
West Hancock or Starmont.
Yes.
They're both West Hancock and Starmont are 8-1, as well as the Warriors.
So, and that means that because of tiebreakers, no matter who wins, if we beat Maquoketa Valley, we will host a 3rd playoff game. So, no matter what.
Really?
As long as we beat Maquoketa Valley Friday, we will host a 3rd playoff game guaranteed. So, that's good. Yeah. I didn't believe that's the first time in a little bit that we've hosted 3 playoff games in a postseason to go to the Dome. So, you're looking at a team that I said before postseason, I said probably 3-4 weeks before postseason, Wapsie has a really good chance of going to the Dome.
Yep.
It's looking like they have a pretty good chance of going to the Dome.
We can only hope, yeah.
Yeah, now they just have to finish. They're right there. They have 2 games left to go to the Dome. They got to win them. Got to win them both.
Do you only get 2 games at the Dome or 3?
2. Semis and finals.
Yep.
But you could get semi-bounced. So, yeah. I mean, it happens. But, yeah, I'm looking into that matchup really is like, that's going to be a good matchup. Starmont.
Yep.
Britt, because that will be a matchup for the ages. Because Starmont is actually pretty good this year. And Britt is known for being pretty good at football.
Is Britt known as West Hancock?
The same thing. I think most people refer to them as a Brit.
I don't even know what that is. What is that supposed to stand for something? Or?
I think it's like the town.
Oh, okay.
But
you would think that West Hancock would be the town, but
I don't even know if that is a town.
Really?
It might not be. I'll have to look that up later. But anyway, that matchup's gonna be good between Starmont and Britt. So looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Friday night, Maquoketa Valley versus Wapsie Valley. What Wapsie Valley has to do is they got to be themselves. Run the ball, play good defense. That's what they got to do. That's what they've done to win games. That's what they got to do to win games. And the main thing is, I'm looking at that defense. That defense has to hold up.
Yep.
We have some replacements coming in. We have Landon Molds who's going to be suiting on Friday.
Mold is suiting.
Yeah, Briar Bellis is going to get more into that rotation. He started getting more into that rotation for the wide receivers last Friday. I expect more of the same this upcoming Friday. The offensive line's got to hold their own against Maquoketa Valley. If they can't, it's going to be a rough night for everybody because that offensive line pens if we can run the ball or throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise, Decker's going to be running for his life. Yeah. So the O-line has to step up. The running game has to be there. The defense for sure has to be there. If they're not, it's going to be a long night for Wapsie Valley fans. So I expect a lot. I expect a Wapsie win. I expect for us to move on and take on either Britt or Starmont. So we don't have a lot of time left, so we're going to cut to talk the Tribe Athlete of the Week. So
me and Zach like to argue about this one.
We've had a debate. We are going to give you two people. There will be a poll in the description of this episode. You can vote on who the Talk the Tribe Athlete of the Week is.
I'll pull up stats just to...
We have narrowed it down to two people. Both from volleyball. Actually, we have three people.
Yeah.
Two from volleyball, one from cross country. Two people from volleyball: Anna Curley, Taylor Boer. The one person from cross country, Aiden Shannon. So those are your three people. Aiden Shannon, for stats for him, he won our entire district cross country meet.
Also, honorable mention that Aiden Brady got 7th, and he's also going to state.
Yeah.
So
the boys' side of things went really well for them. I guess we never covered district cross country.
Yeah. Oh.
We'll do a quick 3-minute recap. Boys did very well, like we said. Aiden Shannon, Aiden Brady, both going to state
1st and 7th.
Yeah. Girls cross country wise, they did really well. They got 3rd, which wasn't good enough for the team to go to state. I think they missed out by like 40 points. The team to go to state, which I have no idea in cross country terms if that's good, if that's close or not very close. I have no idea. So, to me, as a football fan, 40 points seems like a lot, but it could be very different in cross country terms. So, no idea. But what do you know? So, I mean, the girls did really well. I mean, they all kind of ran their best. Adeline Weirick was first for girls that
Wapsie
day.
girls.
Yeah, Wapsie girls, which she really came onto the scene. And so did Maya Barnes and Ava Meyer as well. They both did really well. So, I mean, all of them did really well. So,
volleyball stats, just so they can kind of decide here. Anna Curley had 13 kills with 4 blocks. And Taylor Boer had 25 kills. She was responsible for a whole game. 25 points were responsible to her. And then Taylor Boer also had 14 digs and 2 blocks. Yeah. So, decide that.
But also, you have to look back at the Maquoketa Valley game because we did not cover that. Anna Curley had, I believe, 17 kills along with 8 blocks.
Nope.
Yes?
Anna Curley had 17 kills, and she had 4 blocks.
4? Dang it.
And Taylor Boer.
Plus, they're not credited with half of them. I remember her just having like 8.
Taylor Boer had 9 kills and 8 digs.
25 to 9. That's so much.
Well,
go from 9 kills in one game to 25 in the next. It'd be like
she had 34 in 2 games. 34 kills, 2 games. That's
2
crazy.
games. You had 34 kills. That is not.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is insane. But finally today we got screen time for everybody. So, pull that up.
Because for some reason, all you guys like to accuse us of it. So,
Who has ever said that?
oh, many people. Decker says, "How is your screen time? 11 hours.
4 hours and 5 minutes.
Mine's 5 hours, 38 minutes.
Hey, we're doing good. We're doing good, Riker.
I'm averaging like 5 hours now. I like in the summer.
It's like 13.
Yeah,
Alrighty, so you got anything else, Riker?
I don't think so.
Okay. We thank you for listening to this episode of the Talk to the Tribe podcast. Come out, support volleyball tonight. Come out, support football. Friday night, they take on Maquoketa Valley. Tonight, volleyball takes on Sumner Fredericksburg to go to the state tournament
Yep.
in Cedar Rapids?
Sure.
I
Cedar
believe it's
Rapids.
Cedar Rapids. I do not think it's in Iowa City. Although it probably should be. Should be in Extreme Arena. Which I think they did move it. So it might be in Coralville. I don't know anymore. State tournament, alright? I should never said anything. State tournament for volleyball. Regional finals tonight. Second round of football, I guess. Friday.
Maquoketa Valley.
At home. Thank you for listening to this Talk with the Tribe podcast, episode 17. And until next time,
Go Warriors!